Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will create a bot which will extract data from X-Rates portal for each country and write it into the Excel file. We will do it using two actions. First will be the extract data from web page, and the second one will be execute JavaScript function on web page. So please watch this video till then so that you can understand it completely. So let's get started. So as you can see here that I'm on the X-Rates portal and I have clicked on rates table, and you can see that I have this information for Australian dollar, right? And here if you go at the bottom, here you have countries listed. So so let's say click on Argentine peso, then we will have these details about this specific country. So what we are going to do is we will create a bot which will click on these countries, right? And then extract this information from here and write it into the Excel file. Okay. So, and that we will do using extract data from web page, and then we will use the execute JavaScript function on web page. So let's go back to the Power Automate. And because that portal is already opened, as you know already, I have told in my previous videos also, we will use launch new Chrome because that site is open in the Chrome browser. And, and because that site is already opened, we will use attach to running instance and then select the title from here. So as you know that the country name will keep on changing every time. So we will just remove this and keep the star, right? Then click on save. And then what we have to do is we have to extract the data, all the country names, right? So the variable is already selected and the data will be stored in the variable, and then we can go back to the site. From here we have to extract all the countries. So here what we will do is we'll choose the country name, right click, go to the extract element value, and here you can see that we have few attributes: text, title, and href. So you can click on href for the moment and then do the same for next link. I'll show you why we are choosing href instead of text. And in the when we will use the execute JavaScript function on web page, in that case we will use text. Okay, so let's go ahead with the href at the moment and click again, and you see that for all these countries, the attribute href is captured and it is available in a data table. I can click on finish, right, and then click on save. Now we know that this information, all the country information, is available in the extract data from web page. And because it is a data table, we can use for each loop, right? And then from here we will choose the data table variable. Okay. And then I'll put a breakpoint here just to show what data it will be having in the data from web page. Before we click on run, we have to always make sure that the tab title, this does not have a wildcard character. Because I had put the star, I need to remove it, otherwise it will give an error. Okay, so please remove any wildcard characters, and then click on save. And then what we can do is we can click on run, and then data from web page will have the URL of those countries. So bot is going to run, and then we can go back to Power Automate desktop, and here you can see that all the information is available in the data table, and the column name is results. So now everything is available in the data table, column name is result, and we have URL of those countries, right? So please click on close now. So, and you can stop the bot. So next is what we have to do is we have to navigate to these URLs and then extract those information, right? So what we will do is there here we have an action which is called as go to URL. So we have to go to the browser automation and go to web page, right? And as you know that the column name was result, and the current item is available in the current item variable. So we can just remove it and select it from here, and then we have to here we need to specify the column name, so which was results. Okay, so here you can see that the browser instance is already selected, then it will navigate to a URL, and then current item uh, current item results will have the current URL, and it will navigate to that page, right? And then click on save. And once this is done, we have to do one thing. We have to extract the data. So just come to the web data extraction and then click on extract data from web page, and then go to the web page, and here you can come back and select these values. So this is one value, this is another value that we need, right? Right click on the anchor tag, go back to the text and select the, so all this information is selected, and then click on save, click on finish. We can change the variable name, so let's say currency data, and then click on save. And what we have to do is before we loop through the data, we have to first launch the Excel, because this is where we are going to write the data, right? So to launch the Excel, we will go to the Excel category, okay, and then so to launch the Excel, we will go to the Excel category, and we will drag the launch Excel action, and from here we will choose the with a blank document, okay, and we will make the instance visible, and the Excel instance will be stored in the Excel instance variable, and then click on save, right? And then so and then the bot will go inside this loop, and the first time what it will do, it will navigate to that page, okay, and then it will extract the data. So before extracting the data, I will put a wait action here, so that it waits for some time before extracting the data, otherwise it will fetch the wrong data, right? So I will pull the wait action and put 5 seconds. Okay, and then click on save. And then what bot will do is it will extract the data from a web page, which means all the currency details. And then in the Excel, we first need to find out the first free column and row. Okay, because let's say in the first case, it comes and writes the data, right? And then we have to, every time we have to find out what is the first free column and row before writing the data. And then just append the data next to the existing data. So it will come and uh, get the first free column and row and click on save. And then take the write to Excel worksheet, drag and drop here. And then from here you have to choose the variable currency data because this is a data table, so you don't need to do anything else. And you have to specify the column. So column will be always first, right? Because we want to write it from the first column. Row numbers will keep on changing, but the column will be always first. So for the row, we will fetch the first free row. And because we want to write the data right next to the existing data, we will put the -1. Otherwise, it will give one blank row and then write the data. Okay, so to avoid that blank row, we will put first free row -1 so that it just writes that next to the existing data. And then click on save. Okay, so now what we can do is we can go back to this home tab and go to the rates table, right? And then go to the Power Automate and then run the bot. So now bot is going to run. It will first launch to the uh, web portal, then extract the country URLs, right? And then it will launch the Excel, and then it will start navigating to those countries and then fetch the data. Now it will wait for 5 seconds and then it will extract the data and write it into the Excel file, right? It has navigated again and it will wait for 5 seconds and then write the data. You can see it, right? So there is no space, as you can see. It is just appending the data right next to the existing data, correct? We can go to the Power Automate and stop the bot. So this is how you can extract the data and write it into the Excel file. Okay, so the next is, so this is done using the extract data from web page, right? So the next thing is how we can uh, execute. We can directly click on these links, right? Directly click on these links and then extract this information and write it into the Excel file. I'll go to the Power Automate. So now what bot will do is bot will go to the attached to that page and then extract the data from web page. But this time it is extracting the data which is um, country URLs, right? So now we have to reset it. Go back to the web page, and here we have to come back and click on reset, because this time we don't need the URLs, we need the names. Right click, go to the extract element value and click on text, and do this for the another country as well. So you see all the country names are extracted here. I can click on finish and then click on save. Okay, so now it will have all the country names, correct? And go to the launch Excel, then it will launch the Excel document. So the current item will be having the current country name, correct? So let's put the breakpoint and then run the bot, and then you will see data from web page will be having the names of those countries. Go back to the Power Automate, and here you can see that it is having all the country names instead of the URLs, and the column is results, and click on save. You can stop the bot and remove the breakpoint. So now we have to create a JavaScript function. Okay, so we will go back to the web page and we have to inspect this element. So you can press shortcut key is Control Shift I. Refresh the page and then go to inspect element and go to the console. Now here what we want to do is we want to get all the anchor tags. Why? Because we have to click on these links, right? So that is why we want all the anchor tags. And you see that these anchor tags inner text will be the Argentine peso. For Bahraini dinar, it will be Bahraini dinar. So like this will be the names. Okay, so I'll go to the console. I will put the variable name as varlen, and then I will click on document dot get elements by tag name, because we want all the anchor tags, and then length. So if we type len, then we will have the number of anchor tags available on this page, right? And then we want to loop through all the anchor tags. So we will put for variable, and the variable name is will be I, and then I will initialize it with the 0, and then I'll put semicolon I underscore, sorry, the less than len I plus plus, and then here you can um, you know try to get the text of each anchor tag. So I will initialize another variable which is var txt, and then I can put document dot get elements by tag name. So tag name is anchor, and what is the index? Index is stored in the I, and then you can say inner text, right? And then go to the next line. Here we can try to make the comparison, right? So I'll just say that if text is equal to, let's say for the first item it is Argentine peso, right? If the text is Argentine peso, then what I want to do is I want to click on that link, right? So I will just come back to this place. I will just copy that first line, and then instead of inner text I will click on, I will just type the click. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to break this loop. Okay, so now let's, if I press enter, so before pressing enter, what we want to do is, if the text is matching, then we want to set the background color of the anchor tag as yellow. Okay, so document dot, or we can just copy it and we can say style, then background color, and the color will be yellow. If I run it, you can see that it has clicked on Argentine peso and the background color was set as Argentine in the yellow color, right? So we can use this code now, and we will just take this data, we'll copy this complete code and close this console, go back to the Power Automate, and instead of go to web page, I will use execute JavaScript function on web page. I will just pull the execute JavaScript function on web page action, and here I will remove this comment and go to the next line and paste that code. And now that we know the variable, the country names will be stored in the current item, right? And we know that all the country names will be available in the first column. So I can specify at 0. So the column country names will be available in the first column. So I put the 0. Okay. So here you can see that so function will be executed, right? And then it will get the all the length. It will try to compare the country names, and then it will set the background color as yellow. Then click on that link and break, and then click on save. After clicking on these links, it will wait for 5 seconds and extract the data, write it in the Excel file. So I can run the bot again, and here you will see that it will again start navigating to that um, page. It will launch the Excel, and then you see it is clicking on those links. It has clicked on Australian dollar, wait for 5 seconds, and then extract the data and write in the Excel. Right? So this is how you can use extract the data from web page and run JavaScript function on web page actions in Power Automate desktop to automate this activity. So if you like this video, please click on the like button and please subscribe my YouTube channel. And if you have any question, please post it in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.